Hello everyone, this is Ishant here. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about lists in Python. So basically what we will be learning, what are lists, what are the properties of list, how the lists are implemented in Python program. So let's come to the point. So here you can see that our topic is lists in Python. So before going to understand list concept, we have to understand the data types. Data types are of different types. Say the numeric data type is there, integer, float, then a string based data type is there. In the same way, sequence based data type is there. And from there we can conclude that list is nothing but a kind of a sequence based data types in Python. So let's try to understand the properties of the list data type in Python. So first point is that it is an ordered sequence. It means it has a particular sequence of orders is there whose index values are given and assigned. Suppose that if I ask about the ordered sequence, okay, so what actually an ordered sequence means, suppose that we are creating a list here, say A, E, I, O and U, okay. For example, say this is a small list, a list of say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 elements are there. Clear? Just a minute. You can use either single or double quotes. So I am using the single quotes here. So here the A, E, I, O, U are known as the elements here, whereas the square bracket represents that it is a list data type. So ordered sequence means every element is assigned to a unique index value. Say when we talk with respect to the list concept, the indexing starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I hope it is clear. So ordered sequence means every object or every element in the list is associated with a particular index values. So in this way we can conclude that this is a ordered sequence. Okay, let's move to the next point here. Just a minute. Okay, the next concept that we are going to learn is the mutable in nature. What actually mutable in nature? Suppose that in the same case, say I have created a list of even numbers. Say the first 5 even numbers. So I can conclude, suppose that the even numbers is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So how many numbers are there? When you are counting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 numbers or 5 elements are there. Suppose you want to replace this value, say the third one or say fourth one. You want to replace 8. You want to replace 8 by say 77. Okay, so it can be replaced. How we will be learning in the next session, but this is for an introduction that what actually a mutable means. Mutable means changeable. The contents can be changed, it can be updated. So here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and mutable means any of the data can be updated. I hope the second point is also clear to everyone. Now let's move to the third point. Okay, now let's move to the third point. Say it's made up of one or more elements. Now what is one or more elements? Suppose that if I write here, suppose that for an instance, say I am writing here A only. Okay, so this is a list. This is a list with only one member. Suppose that if I want to assign it, say X is a variable identifier, you can say that. Okay, and here what we are doing, we are creating a single list or a list with a one element or one member. So it can be made up of one or more elements. Suppose that if I want to include all the elements here, say A, B, C. So now the list will be having 3 elements A, B and C. Clear? So it can be made with one or more than one elements, but at least one element must be there. So this is the third point. I hope this concept is also clear to everyone. So this was the ordered sequence that we have covered. Then the mutable in nature we have also covered. The third one is the made up of one or more elements. We have also covered this one. Now list can contain different data types. So what actually data types are? Suppose that if I said that x equals to 4, y is equal to 3.14 and z is equal to India. Clear? So when I will compare these data types, I will conclude that this is actually a integer value. This is actually a float value. Since it is having decimal, it can be concluded as a float value. And this is a string value. You can simply say that. Okay. So these are nothing but the different data types. So a list can contain a multiple types of data types in it. Say list 5. List 5 is equal to, you can write here 2, then 3.14, then say a, etc, etc. So it can compose of all the different types of data types that it can hold. Then list elements are enclosed in square brackets. Say x is equal to ABC, okay, A, B and C. So since these are the string values, so we are required to use here the single quotes. Okay. When we are creating a list or when we are declaring a list, it is always enclosed in square brackets. So here a square bracket represents that it is of list type or it is of list data type. The next point is the elements of the list are separated by comma. It means whatever the elements that you are passing, it must be separated by comma. आपको comma देना होता है here. You are required to give the comma here. So I hope this concept is now clear to everyone. If you have any doubts, please write down in the comment section so that I can explain this concept in detail if required in the next video. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.